TikTok hits the clock. It is exactly 4 minutes gone past the hour over 4 p.m. on your scintillating radio dial, Voice of the People 96.1 FM, Abuja. The show you are currently listening to is a Spot Lounge. Once you hear the beat, you know that it is that time where we take you round the ever exciting, busy, informative world of sport with no visa. My name is Franklin Imona, the one you love to call Uncle Fineboy, because I am the finest uncle talking sport in the capital city and beyond, the one who is blessed, anointed, born to talk sport. If it is not sport, then I shouldn't be talking about anything else. It's been a fantastic moment in the last 24 hours in the world of sport, as it has been great news all the way from Ghana, as Team Nigeria keep dominating in the 13th All-African Games. And just when we thought that was all, in the 2027 All-African Games, Egypt has been voted to be the next country that will be hosting the whole of Africa in the All-African Games. And in the camp of Cameroon, we always bring you stories that are not going well for the Cameroonians, as the 17-year-old Cameroonian indomitable lion player who was stopped in the just concluded AFCON, going by the discrepancies in his age, he has finally been charged for wrongdoing. And on the show this evening, we will be taking you to the fight that went down between Francis Ngannou and Anthony Joshua, as it was a second round knockout. All is set. 10 games to go. Who will be crowned the EPL champions for the year 2023-2024 season, as Arsenal are hot, leading the race, closely followed by Liverpool, tied on this the same points, but then they have just been separated by goals difference. And we have Manchester City, defending champions, with just 1 point behind the table toppers. All these and many more loading on the show, including Formula One, tennis, great news coming out from the world of tennis, as well as athletics. Don't go nowhere. Let me go on the short breather. When I return, I will be taking you to where it went down in the Nigerian Premier Football League, as referee went to Star Times TV to go check if a goal that was scored is legal, instead of consulting the video assistant referee. Stay tuned. News from the local scene. Alright, welcome back to the show, as we get the show started already, this time from the local scene. But before I let you before I get you in sync on the show, one man makes a return to the show. Perhaps it was a little bit not really under the weather, but try to see if he can pass a later fitness test. But here he joins me on the show. You know him as the Sport Bishop, Chukwunonso Arinze. Fantastic moments talking sport with you. I thought for a minute that a coach might just pass you not fit for this one.
Yeah, I tell you, man, come on, it's been a long, torrid day. We're always going around Abuja finding the best of sporting news and gist for your listening pleasure. Anyway, like you did say, a lot of things happened in the weekend. A lot of things from Nigeria, from the MPFL to the 13th All-Africa Games. And also not forgetting the NNL, okay? That's the second tier of Nigerian football. And of course, like I said, anybody who didn't watch the top 5 leagues in Europe, I don't know what they were doing this weekend. There was a lot of boxing, a lot of Formula One. But like I said, the big question, like we talked about earlier in the morning, we want to hear from you guys, and it's very important because it seems our analysis skills has failed us here. And the big question is, simple, what is it? who will win the EPL. 10 games to go.
The race is on.
Absolutely. 10 games to go.
1 point separating the first team and the third team. It has never been this close. As Sport Bishop, pressed for time, so let's get into the show proper as we look at the NPFL. Let's touch down at the game between Aimba FC and their opponent, Doma United. Sport Bishop. I was seeing the clips right now. If you are not tuned into our YouTube channel, you must be missing a whole lot. Quickly now, rush to our YouTube channel because what we're about to say is live there. Go there on our YouTube handle, VOP 96.1 Abuja, VOP 96.1 Abuja. Do well to like, do well to share, do well to comment, and most importantly, subscribe to our YouTube channel and do well to share. Very important. And when you do that, we say congratulations and welcome to the Sport family. It is free of charge. Once again, it is a VOP 96.1 Abuja. Now, Sport Bishop, the game between Aimba and Doma United, we saw that goal that Aimba scored, and the referee had to go consult the team. Trying to quickly go there to go see that video for yourself so you can understand what it's all about.
I think it went bonkers at the Aimba International Stadium there in Aba. And I asked myself, who does this thing, you know? Let's be realistic. We know there is no VR already. We spoke to the president of the NFL, that's about Alhaji Ibrahim Gusso, and he told us clearly that before his terrain gets over, that he would love to have VAR in the league and in Nigerian football. And we quite agree with him. But it's not here. If the referee agrees it's not a goal, even if it's a wrong call, I believe he has the ability to stand by his decision.
Very true.
Ensure that, you know, after the whole said and done, if the referee was wrong, he can be fined, he can be punished. But you don't, come on, man. How do you leave a game to go to the OB van? Yes, please help me. To go check whether it's a goal or not. It's a clear goal, no disrespect. I think it's a clear goal. But if
looking at the clips of that goal, it wasn't an offside call. Absolutely. It wasn't a foul.
Absolutely.
What actually?
The linesman raised the flag for offside,
but the player that was in the offside position didn't touch the ball.
It is not. We know it's not offside. But it's the prerequisite of the referee to decide whether it is offside or not. If it's offside to him, stand by your decision. We don't have VAR. Okay, let's assume that the game was not being shown on pay TV. Where would he have gone to go check the goal?
Big question.
Absolutely.
Big question.
So to me, it's a no-no. I think the referee should be sanctioned, if possible suspended. I think the linesman as well for that wrong call. Because I can't really seem to fathom why. To be sincere with you, why the referee have to go check the TV station?
TV set.
Come on, man. Come on, man. It's just like the referee goes to check with maybe a broadcasting TV in the Premier League. Say, just give me a minute. Let me go check. When there was no VR, it's sickening. Absolutely sickening. Absolutely sickening.
We'll try to see if we can get in touch with Coach Finidi George, who was at the moment when we put the call across. He was having some training section with his players, and he wasn't available for us to talk to. Neither was the media officer, Mr. David O.G., to talk to us. Perhaps they are still brewing over that goal that was.
But the goal was given at the end of the day.
The shenanigans. But then we want to know actually from them what happened. So the promise 8 a.m. on the show, Sport Beat, they will be live on the show. Either of them, either the coach or the media officer, will be live with us on the show for them to give us a first-hand information on how they felt concerning that one. Sport Bishop, moving forward, Lobby Stars are maintaining their lead on the log after snatching a 1-0 draw against Abia Warriors at the Umuahia Township Stadium. I was with the coach of Abia Warriors in that one, going by what happened in that game, and he felt very, very disappointed having not won in their previous game. I mean, Abia Warriors felt that Lobby Stars might just be a walk in the park despite Lobby Stars
are returning back to their new stadium as well, back to the Umuahia Township Stadium. We thought it would be a new lease of life for Abia Warriors, but unfortunately they were pegged again by Lobby Stars. Big win, big draw for them because it keep them on top of the table.
As well, Bishop, let's hear from the coach.
For the sake of our audience, can you introduce yourself? Well, I'm Coach Eugene Agagbe of Lobby Stars FC. So your team drew against Abia Warriors 1-1 here at Umuahia. How do you feel about it?
I'm very happy. I give kudos to God Almighty and my players for their hard work.
I want to also thank them so much for a fighting spirit that they say never say die. They continue fighting till the last minute. And in game of football, you don't give up till the final whistle is blown. That is the reason why we have taken this draw today. For their fight, for their perseverance, fighting to get and achieve what they are looking for. So I thank them so much for this great point they have gotten in Abia today.
As the game was drawing to a close, did you have any doubt that you are going to lose?
You look at my strategy, I introduce 3 hot men at a time. And this is the men I used to win any game which I intend winning. You see, they came in 3, and the Abia Warriors defense was unsettled till we got that goal. If you can flash back and refresh back how that goal came. They really fight for it because they are wounded lions.
All right, and that was the coach of Lobby Stars explaining how his team fought in that one, more like a wounded lion. Yes, let's hear from the coach of Abia Warriors on how his team fared concerning that game.
Very good evening to you, Coach Bethel Orji.
Good evening.
Your team drew 1-1. Was this the result you expected here at Umuahia?
Well, that's football for you. You prepare for something and you have another result. There's no two ways about it. You have to take it that way. That's football. But my happiness is that the boys put a very good performance.
Do you think that there was something the boys could have done differently to avert that 9-minute goal?
Of course, we lost concentration. So during the counter-attack, we have to force a player near the box, which we would have averted at the center.
Coach, you look at the performance of your opponents, and you look at your boys, the crop of players you have. What is lacking in your team? I want you to be objective and honest in this question. What is actually lacking in your team?
Well, if you look at my team, we have young players, not experienced. Most of them came from the NNL. The people that have played league there in my team, I don't think they're up to 8 that have played Premiership. These are rookies that we took up. We are just trying to brush off.
Okay. All right, and that was it went down. Talking about Coach Orji Bethel, the coach of Abia Warriors, speaking to us after that 1-0 draw. Quickly, Sport Bishop, let's look at the MPFL table. It is a race indeed for both the CAF Champions League as well as the CAF Confederation Cup. It is not too early for me. 24 games played so far and about 14 games left, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, 14 games left to go. Lobby Stars top the table with 43 points, closely followed by Aimba with 42 points, just 1 point separating first and second. Plateau United sits third with 41 points, and Enugu Rangers sits fourth with 41 points. Just 2 points between first and fourth. Remo Stars is closely following with 39
after
points.
Their abysmal performance at the weekend.
Just 2 points behind
Enugu Rangers in the Champions League places.
Exactly.
So the conference CAF just got places. Come on.
Just 2 points away from continental football. So come on, let's look at these top 5. For me, I'll call them top 5 because we cannot write off Remo Stars. Write them off at your own peril.
Come on, man. The table can still be turned from top to 10th. Abia Warriors have 34 points. We do the maths. It's just 7 points adrift to the top of the table. But then that three matches dropped and they could be in the continental places again. So I love the fact it's very competitive. But come on, we all know Lobby Stars were the leaders at halftime, and they have proved beyond reasonable doubt why they are. Coach, we heard from the coach and how well they've been supported by the Benin referee. We had him on the studio from the show, talking about Barrister Paul there as well. So they're in a good place. Hopefully they want to get continental football and win it. The last time they got to the Super 4, remember that season, that was last season. They fumbled in the Super 6, and they don't want to capitulate towards the end of the season because the aim, like I said, is to ensure that they do get continental ticket come the end of the season. But my eyes is basically on the bottom of the table where we have Kwara United, Aqua United, Gambia, Heartland. Heartland are struggling big time. They're no longer playing at the Dana Stadium, which is I think is the right from. They're not playing in Oka, and to get 20 points from 24 games, meaning you have more games than points. It's a recipe for disaster. Gombe United have 22 points. Aqua United, shockingly, 18 to 24 points. And of course, Kwara United, of course, have 26 points from 23 games. So anything can still happen. My big problem is we didn't talk about the Rivers United game against Canopela with that dodgy goal where the player clattered on the goalkeeper and that goal still counted. Like I said, this is where we will know whether the MPF has improved. Towards the twilight of the season, where people are beginning to look for continental ticket, people are trying to stay up you know, and you need to see some crazy dodge. This is the season. So now up to the interim management committee, now the league management committee, to ensure that they stamp the authority on officiating and give us the best football like we saw in the first round of the season.
Absolutely. You're looking at the MPFL table. Bayelsa United is at 15th position with 27 points, and Niger Tornadoes 16 with 27 points. Quara seats 17 with 26 points. Aqua United seats 18 with 24 points. Just 3 points separating this team. A win for Aqua United and a defeat for Bayelsa United can take Aqua United from 18 down to 14th on the log. How I love the NPFL. I'm talking about the second tier of the Nigerian League, and that is the NNL. Action resumes last weekend all across the various conferences, from Conference A down to Conference D. We saw Abia Comet extending its unbeaten run to 8 matches despite being held 1-0 in Umuahia, but they moved to 6th position on the log in Conference A. And high-flying Madiba FC walked over Vandresa FC to stretch their lead on the log to 31 points, followed by Beyond Limit on 22 points, who defeated Ekiti United 2-0 in Ikane. For Madiba FC to walk over Vandresa FC doesn't mean that Vandresa didn't.
They did not show up.
They could not dress their van very well. Spot Bishop, no time. Let's continue. In the Conference A, we saw Stormers FC with 2-1 win over Smart City. Coal City defeated Dakada FC by 3-0, while the game between 472 FC and Ideo FC will take place later today, and that game is built for Monday evening football. And in Conference B, we saw the game between Oga Boys was
Ikorodu City?
Exactly. Ikorodu City and Inter Lagos joint league leaders on 20 points. While, of course, Oga Boys have a superior goals defense with +8. Ikorodu City, we are head to a barren draw by Ijebu United, while Inter Lagos enjoyed a comfortable 3-0 win over Solution FC.
Absolutely. And other games, quickly, let's rush. Ilorin, that's Ilorin ABS, 1-1 draw with Economy Warriors. And that's why United kept their hopes alive with a 1-0 win over NAF FC. Warriors were Gateway Trash Warriors by 4-0. One Rocket, one Rocket and Oshun shared the spoils. It ended a goal apiece between Giant Brilla and Crown FC. Yobe Stars also secured a away win against struggling Zamfara United by 2-0. While Mighty Jets were on standby from at 11 in Conference C. Conference D, Sokoto led by 19 points on the log with the highest challenger coming from Sporting Supreme FC. That game ended in a stalemate between Sokoto and Sporting Supreme. And of course, Malintaki KFC played a goalless draw with Adamawa United. While Jigawa Golden Stars beat KB United by 1-0. White City FC again walked over Malamfashi FC.
Walking over is allowed in the NNL, but in the MPFL, you must show up to play your game. I'm talking about showing up, Spot Bishop. The Nigerian wrestling team in the ongoing 13th All-African Games are currently superbly, comfortably showing up by winning all 6 gold medals. Coach Dana Igali must be a very, very elated man, because I saw him earlier this morning with all medals on his neck, and this man was just smiling. When you talk about a man who has trained his wrestlers to the right angle as well as the right pattern, definitely you know what it has to be all about. Come on, Sport Bishop, our phone line is buzzing non-stop. Let's give the callers the opportunity, because they are the MVP. Good evening and welcome to the show.
Yeah,
very good evening to you.
Good evening and welcome to the show.
Oh wow, it seems that we lost that caller. Perhaps that we will still expecting your call. All right, he calls us on the number 070-0010-961-961. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening. What's the name and where are you calling from?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you. What's the name? Good evening. What's the name and where are you calling from?
Hello, good evening.
We can hear you. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello?
Wow.
Oh wow.
You do have to call us back.
Hello?
That what it means. You would have to call us back.
Please, when you call us, try to change your location.
Absolutely.
And make sure that the phone is correctly connected to your eardrum. And the caller returns again on the phone line.
Hello, good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, good evening. This is Victor coming from Buhari.
Okay, Victor from Buhari. Victor, talk to us.
Yeah. Good evening. Please, what is the talk on the show?
We have been looking at some stories from the local scene, but the biggest story is Arsenal, Manchester City, Liverpool. Who will win the EPL?
This is a tough call, though. But as an Arsenal fan, if I'm to be ruthless or biased, I would say Arsenal will win the league.
Tell us why.
But to be realistic, I think Liverpool has the edge over both of them. Because considering the match outstanding the three teams are having, when you look at Arsenal are yet to play Man U, they are yet to play Tottenham, Chelsea, Aston Villa, and all the rest. But they are still yet to play Man City, which they will be playing on the 31st of this month.
Okay.
So those calls alone. Those calls alone should be able to kick Arsenal off the radar. But the coming in of Thomas Partey and Rivera and all of the rest should give them an edge. If they can win that match against Man City, I think Arsenal should come out triumph. But pen on paper, I think I'll be rooting for Liverpool.
Okay, Victor.
All the way from Buhari. Thank you very much for that submission. This man is an Arsenal fan, and his mind is speaking Arsenal, but his heart is in Liverpool as what it takes. Sport Bishop, before we jet out of the shores of Africa, all right?
Let's take this call. Hello, what's the name? Where are you calling from? Hello?
Just finished calling now, but I don't know if...
Go ahead.
This is still Victor.
Okay,
go ahead, Victor.
This is Victor. I just called now.
Okay,
go ahead.
So I think Liverpool have a hedge over all of them. That's just what is on board, sir.
Okay. We'll see how things pan out in the last 10 games of the season. Thank you very much, Victor, for being part of the show. Okay, talking about wrestling, quickly, let's let you know that Nigeria has scooped 5 more medals today from wrestling. We hear that the duel of King Carlo and Favor won 5 medals, including 2 silver and 3 bronze, competing the 55 kg men. King Carlo lift its 7 kg in snatch before recording 115 kg in clean and jack to make a total of 202. On the spot, Favor Aboro won 2 silver and a bronze in 61 kg men category. He had a 113 kg in snatch and 114 in clean and jack with a total of 253 kg to win the medals. Nigeria weightlifters continue their push for more medals today at the weightlifting at the 13th Africa Games. So we've gotten 6 gold in wrestling, and in weightlifting we had 5 more. That's earlier today.
Obviously, this is our strength when it comes to the All African Games: wrestling, weightlifting, powerlifting, athletics, boxing, football, hockey. Okay, let me not push my luck.
Not throw it.
All right, before we go on our first commercial breakout, Sport Bishop, let's touch down on Cameroon as we hear that one man has finally been banned from playing football in Cameroon. Talking about no other person but a 17-year-old Wilfred Douala. We hear that he was subject to that ban following a double identity. Sport Bishop, when his picture emanated from the Fecafoot a list of players that will be playing in the upcoming African Cup of Nations. That was before the game was officially kicked off. The whole continent, as well as the world of football, we are kept in a gog looking at the player, his face, the beds all over, and people are saying, come on, no, this guy can never be 17-year-old. And of course, trust the Africans, they went and started. They had to dig real deep to get the real age of this guy. But come on, after multiple examination and lots of research, it was officially confirmed that the body have declared Wilfred Douala one of the stars of the Indomitable Lions during the African Cup of Nations among the 62 players that was excluded from the championship as a result of double identity. He was therefore banned from playing for Cameroon.
I think this issue is something we need to stop. Africa has been known for the fact that there is a dual age, trying to reduction of age, and it's something that we must try to curb. Come on, man. we had it was 17-year-old at the tournament, but he trusts Africans to go dig deep and find issues. We just hope that this will be finally done and dusted. It won't have any issue on this young boy's career. But it's something that my issue is double identity. We've had this issue with so many players, even in Nigeria at some point, having 2 different passports. But we'll wait and see. I don't want to say anything until he's found guilty. It's just hearsay, like I always say, until found guilty. But come on, we didn't christen this guy. So if we can see the guys who are so big and bullish abroad and they'll tell you they are 18, 19 and we accept that, why can't we accept that we have bullish and big guys here in Africa?
No, not at all. Over there, their bet is always registered.
How's it not registered?
Come on, Sport Bishop. Some of us are parents, give birth in the house. I mean, the Bruce come back. Let me not go on that, but we know the African thing. When it comes to our age, we have to wait for the MRI scan to
find out. Yeah. So if the MRI scan had told he was 17 at the AFCON, why are we then complaining?
Come on, trust us. We'll definitely do some more digging. We'll have to check the blood.
Anyway, guys, we know that yesterday we told you that Nwabali Stanley could miss the games between Ghana and, of course, Mali. Those friendly games that will be coming up, the double header. And now we're hearing that one man who got his first call up to the Super Eagles, talking about Gabriel Osho, is also set to miss the double header with an injury. He was subbed off last weekend game against Crystal Palace, and we're hearing that Robert Edwards has always said he remains doubtful for the club next month, meaning that it could be out. So now first is Stanley Nwabali from Chippa United, and now Gabriel Osho. And they're still talking the qualifiers and the Super Eagles. We hear that after playing the last 2022-26 World Cup qualifier, the Bafana of South Africa at the King Pele Stadium in Kigali, the Amavubi will move their next home games to a new venue. The newly refurbished Amahoro Stadium Kigali has been completed and delivered to the Rwanda Football Federation. The newly renovated stadium was delivered on Sunday and is set to host home games of the Amavubi. So they will host Nigeria on the match day 5 for the qualifier, and it will take place at the Amahoro Stadium. We know that stadium is lush green. Rwanda, we know them for the fact that they, just like Morocco, they have a camp where they camp the national team built by the federation, and now the stadium is renovated. You can see pictures, lush green grass. The Super Eagles is going to be having a good game in that stadium.
Even if they take that game to Pretoria, or they take it to Johannesburg, or they take it to wherever they want to take it, trust our guys.
We always complain about synthetic pitch. Now it's not a lush green natural grass. You should appreciate them.
Guys, you really need to see the Sport Bishop face the way he was and describe it. Lush. Oh, this is lush indeed. All right, let's go on at this commercial break. When we return, we will be moving to the foreign scene. What's happening to the foreign scene? Coach Mauricio Pochettino of Chelsea is talking tough. Mid-table team against another mid-table teams. It's all about Monday Night Football, and it was just round 2, and Francis Ngannou was shot. For now, we'll be back. Go nowhere.
Absolutely.
Variety is the spice of our station.
Voice of the People, 96.1 FM, Abuja. Now, you have a voice.
VOP 96.1 FM.
Meet us on YouTube, Insta, and Twitter at Voice of the People 96.1 FM. Hey there, congratulations oh. Now I hear you're trying to invest in real estate and you finally decided to own your own house. That's amazing news. Now before you head out to the market, let's have a quick chat about some of the factors to consider before making the big move. First and foremost, location. This is very, very, very important. How close or accessible is that house to the places you frequent the most? Your places like your office, your school, where you go shopping, your friends and family, and places you chill at. We all know how much fuel is, Abi. You want to ensure that the area is well connected by roadway and there is sufficient water supply. Even if you intend to install your own private water system, you've got to be sure that the area makes it easier to do so. So while you're at that, don't forget telephone and internet connectivity. You don't want to be like my aunt who has to climb a hill just to connect with the rest of the world, right? Alright, so power is important as well. Ensure the community has adequate power supply because we all know that power makes us all happy. Personally, I get cranky when there's no power supply. So ensure that there is consistent power supply. Now, the payment plan is another critical factor to consider when buying a home in Nigeria. Most people cannot even afford to pay the price up front. So it's important to discuss your options with your bank or your lender or whoever you're buying the property from. Choose a reliable financial partner who can guide you through the process and then provide affordable mortgages and loans that have reasonable repayment periods. Okay? Please do your due diligence so we are not hearing stories that touch. Okay? This is a good thing. So let's not use lack of planning to ruin it, I beg. All right? Now, materials used, the color, landscaping, and the size of the house. My darling, don't overlook the condition of the home, all right? When buying a house in Nigeria, you must ensure that the house is in a good condition. Buying an old house will require a lot of renovations that may cost you a lot of money in the end. You wouldn't want such a scenario. That's why you must inspect a house thoroughly before you purchase it to save yourself from stress later on. All right? I hope I've been able to guide you through the process of owning your own home. That's my time. Don't forget to stay tuned to Voice of the People 96.1 FM for more real estate bits.
VOP Nuggets. Learn to ignore and pay little attention to many things if you truly want happiness in life. Because the easiest cut to a miserable life is thinking that everybody is talking about you. VOP Nuggets.
VOP 96.1 FM.
Tune in for all the action. Rep your team and be loyal to the game. Sports Lounge, weekdays 4 to 5 p.m. Now, you have a voice.
Radio sounds better when a Sport Lounge is on your speakers. Welcome to the second half of the Sport Show, Sport Lounge, that comes your ways every Mondays to Fridays at exactly 4 p.m. on your newest sensational radio dial, Voice of the People 96.1 FM. Abuja. My name still remains Franklin Imona, the one you call Uncle Fineboy, and I have with me
the Sport Bishop, the magistrate, the pilot, the prophet, the professor, none so Aaron Zechi. And now we move straight to the foreign scene where we give you up to speed with everything that you love to hear. Okay, guys, I will go straight to the action. We know how we begin from. Don't forget, you can be part of the show. How can you be part of the show? It's simple. The talking point is crystal clear. We're looking at the final run into the end of the season. I was asking you a big question, guys. Who will win the English Premier League? I repeat, who will be crowned champion come the end of the English Premier League? Would it be Liverpool? Would it be Manchester City? Or, of course, the Gunners Arsenal? That's the big question. How can you be part of the show? It's simple. You can send us an SMS, put a call through us, a WhatsApp message, WhatsApp voice note, or you can also give us a WhatsApp call on this number,
070-0010-961 961 070-0010-961 961. And also quickly rush to our YouTube channel.
Absolutely.
It is VOP 96.1 Abuja.
Yeah.
VOP 96.1 Abuja.
Yeah.
Do well to like, comment with your prediction.
Share.
Exactly.
Your
your team that you think will win at the EPL come this season. You can as well drop your comments there and we will give attention to your voice. And just know that we are also live on Radio Garden, streaming on the platform. Do well to listen to our show anywhere in the world.
Absolutely.
Sport Bishop. Over the weekend, it took an inspired Alejandro Garnacho of Man United to get the team ahead when he was brought down twice in the Everton defense line in the Everton box 18 to give Man United 2 penalties to which Bruno Fernandes and Rashford converted, and the game ended 2-0. And then we saw their closer rivals at Tottenham putting 4 past Aston Villa. The race for the top 4 is indeed on.
And to think that Aston Villa under Unai Emery have been impeccable at home. They've got a beautiful record, especially playing at the Villa Park. They've got some crop of players that are fantastic to watch, and to capitulate in such a manner at home to a sports team who are also in the race for the top four.
Neither here nor there. Sometimes they can just give you a mind-blowing game.
They give you that
Chelsea vibe.
What London cannot do doesn't exist. Anyway, guys, but come on, it tells you that the top 4 race is wide open. I know I said something on Friday, and I said for the top 3, we know the top 3 already. Of course. Who's going to join them, whether it's Spurs, whether it's going to be Aston Villa, whether it's going to be Manchester United. Man United have been to ease out of my mind. I don't know why. Because
I do not blame you.
Absolutely, but the race is on, and we saw that yesterday, a big boost. What does it mean now? There are 2 points from Aston Villa with a game in hand. If they win that game in hand, they could move up to 4th place for Spurs. For Aston Villa, that defeat is really shocking and painful because it tells a lot about where they want to be. And Champions League football, the last time they've been there is a very long time. They've always been so close, but never there. Under Gary O'Neill, remember when he was the manager, Martin O'Neill, I beg your pardon, when they had the Agbola Hall, the Ashley Youngs, the John Carew, they were so close, but they ended up 5th as always. So maybe that same voodoo again, that hula baloo, or that mind block is what is playing out again. But come on, it's still 10 more games and anything can happen.
Tottenham, Aston Villa, Man United, who do you think will be a better representative for the UEFA Champions League come next season?
I don't know.
Man United has the culture,
we saw
has the
Newcastle
money.
Being let's say newbies, but they did their best. So I think Spurs has got the experience. I don't think Man United are in the place to play European football. We saw that this season. How they were humiliated even at home against even a team like as lowly related as Copenhagen. So I don't think they are ready for European football. Maybe Spurs, with what they are building under Ange Postecoglou, he seems to have got some, life after Hurricane is now looking a bit pretty. Son Heung-min, Timo Werner has come in and is playing his part. You have Kulusevski, Richarlison, who is out injured despite that, they're not feeling the heat. So they look like a team that will score lots of goals, and they look in defensive wise. I think he has brought stability a bit to this Spurs team. So they look like the team I would have loved to get, but there's a lot of football to be played. That's Aston Villa under Unai Emery. You can never write him out. He taught us that when he was in Sevilla and of course when he was in Villarreal. Never write this man out. So.
Never write this team out. Talking about Aston Villa. Maybe, just maybe, Tottenham are a hotspot. Alright, so let's go to the big talking points of this evening sport. Bishop, Manchester City. They played out the 1-0 draw against Liverpool in the game over the weekend. Courtesy of John Stoner, a goal who put Manchester City ahead, and Mark Alistair's penalty to which he converted to equalize for his team. Both team tried all they could, trying to unleash their attackers, but neither of them was able to break the jinx to perhaps get the second goal. It ended 1-1 in favor of Arsenal. Arsenal sits top with a draw, tied on points with Liverpool, but it's all about the race for the EPL. Just so you know, as at this position last season, 10 games to go, Arsenal we are already top of the table with 5 points cleared over Liverpool, who sits second as at last season, and Manchester City we are third as at last season, and now it is repeating itself, but this time it is not 5 points, it is just 1 point, and we all knew it ended where Manchester City had to what's the word now? Overtake Arsenal, because we all know how Arsenal can be towards the end of the season. They eventually won the league last season, but bookers as well as fans are kind of giving it to Man City. Before I come to you, Sport Bishop, let me take this message all the way from Femi AK. Femi says, I believe Liverpool can claim the title come the end of the season. Reason being that Liverpool players will want to send forth Jurgen Klopp with the trophy. Also, looking at the lines of fixtures remaining, that is another thing we will look at today on the show. I think it also favors them as they have the probability of winning 9 out of the 10 matches. I am tipping Man City as the runners-up for the season title charge. Know that they can have the experience and the potential Arsenal to win it, but I think Liverpool will just edge it with little margin, judging by the Gunners' inconsistency and the fallout from last season. I think they will come third. My take. Oh, thank you, Femi AK. But please, next time, try to let us on your location, and all the way from the coal city, Enugu State to be precise. Chuks Awiaka says it is all about Manchester City. Man City all the way. Jeffrey Obrigado from Maraba says Manchester City can't win it this time. They're out of it because they look tired. Old legs. Arsenal has the toughest run in those 10 games. April 20th, Tottenham will defeat Manchester City. Mark it here. Liverpool has to win this for club. Period. It's all about Manchester City and Liverpool. No one is saying Arsenal except a caller from Buhari Victor, who says, because I am an Arsenal fan, let me give it to Arsenal. Come on, guys, let's know your thoughts. 070-0010-961-961. Who will win the EPL? Sport Bishop.
Yeah, I think the run to the EPL title is a bit humongous. To be sincere with you, Arsenal has the toughest run in. That's what we're going to be looking at right now. Look at Arsenal. What are they playing next? Manchester City. When they're done with Manchester City, they play Luton Town. That's a game they should win. Then they play Brighton at the Amex Stadium, a game they should also win. Then they play Aston Villa, a team who wants Champions League football. Wow. Though it's at the Emirates Stadium. And then what the next for them? They play Wolverhampton Wanderers at the Molineux. That's not enough. They play Spurs at the London Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And then after which they play host Bournemouth. They go play Man United at Old Trafford. You know what Old Trafford means to Arsenal. And then they host Everton at the Emirates Stadium on the final day of the season. Don't forget, in that run, there's a game that needs to be scheduled. The game between Arsenal and, of course, Chelsea. That we played this weekend, but because of the fact that Chelsea are playing in the FA Cup, so that game would not hold. So you look at the kind of games Arsenal have got. They've got Man City, they've got Chelsea, they've got Tottenham Hotspur, they've got Aston Villa in 10. But let's take this call and let's see how things are panning out.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
A fantastic evening to you. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Good evening, I'm Moses calling from Gariki. First time caller.
First time caller!
Welcome to the family, Moses.
Moses, welcome to the family.
Thank you, sir. My regard to Sport Big Shop.
Thank you very much, Moses. Very, very lovely having you on the show.
Thank you, sir.
Talk to me, Moses.
Sir, you see, I see this EPL this season. As for Arsenal, I don't see them doing anything. They are just sitting on. As far as they still have Man City to play, I don't see Arsenal carrying that league.
So the block there is Man City. Not even Aston Villa, not even Spurs, not even Chelsea.
I'm giving it to Liverpool. 2 hands. I'm giving it to Liverpool.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
and for my darling club, Chelsea, I wish them all the best tonight, huh?
Oh, we still have Chelsea fans.
We forgot Chelsea were playing Monday Night Football.
Oh.
How are the mighty fallen? I said, how are the mighty fallen? Chelsea used to be in the Premier League argument. What happened?
It's just a matter of time. You people should just give us 2 seasons. We'll bounce back.
2 seasons. 2. Okay. I like your patience. Do you still believe in Pochettino as the man who can help you guys to get out of this bondage?
Pochettino don't have anything to give us. I'm telling you, that man. In fact, we don't want to see him come next season. I beg.
Yes. Okay, guys, we'll see how things pan out. Moses, thank you very much for being part of the show.
All the way from Gariki Sport Bishop, let's quickly look at Manchester City at next 10 fixtures.
Please,
on the 31st of March, they will be playing Arsenal at the Etihad, and then they will take on Aston Villa, and after which they have a date with Crystal Palace away from home. Then Manchester City, I beg your pardon, comes back to play Luton Town, and then they will travel to go play Tottenham Hotspur, and then they will take on Nottingham Forest on the 27th of April, and then Manchester City have a date with Wolverhampton Wanderers on the 4th of March, and then they play Fulham at the Craven Cottage. The last game for the season will see them play West Ham at home. To me, the biggest game here that Manchester City have is between Tottenham and Arsenal.
Absolutely. I think Tottenham, come on, did you say Arsenal? At the Etihad Stadium.
Come on. Arsenal, they are title contenders.
At the Etihad Stadium.
You never can tell.
Arsenal seem to have a mind block. I don't know whether Arsenal. I want to hear from the fans. That's what we wanted to call. I don't want to be about me and fine, but thank you very much for that one. I think they've got a mind block playing at the Etihad Stadium. That's why Moses will keep saying the fact they will play Man City. If it was Liverpool playing Man City, I would have said yes, because Liverpool has brought us the template. In 21 years, Man City have failed to win at the Etihad Stadium. That's how, at the Anfield, because of the way Liverpool play. They play this high pressing. They want to run for. They can run for 90 minutes. Can Arsenal run for 90 minutes?
Did I forget to mention Wataru Endo?
What a player!
That guy against the Manchester City.
We'll come to Liverpool and what they've got in their Arsenal. But I think Man City, with the way Man City have, I don't think you should put Arsenal there. I think the potential banana peel for Spurs is that Tottenham Hotspur game, and I think they have the easiest run to the final. To be sincere, to the final game, they have the easiest run. I look at the games, you just view them apart from the Arsenal game. These are games Man City should be winning with their eyes closed. Check them out. Look at it. Man City, come on, man, they should be winning these games without with so much swag. Man City, Arsenal, okay, they should. That's a big game. And then Man City in the next game, if you look at the play Aston Villa, potential banana people at the Etihad. I've got to the point watching Man City and not Pep Guardiola. When they play at home, it looks like a sure win.
Liverpool will be playing Man United away from home on the 7th of April.
And Man United knows how to hurt Liverpool, even though Man United are very terrible.
When it matters.
Because it seems this rivalry is beyond even the title aspiration. It's beyond this beef, this long-term beef of who is the best club in England, who has won more trophies. So they could play spoilers. It's very doable that they could play spoilers. But man, I think Man City have got an easier run. Aston Villa at home. If you look at the tough games, they are playing it at home. Except the trip to Spurs. Arsenal is at home. Aston Villa is at home. Every other small teams, come on, man. There's juice. Haaland is on form. Kevin De Bruyne was having a go with the coach Pep Guardiola because he felt he could play more. I wonder who the next team is going to play. We're going to prepare that Brunt. You know what it is when he has a bad game.
Now, Sport Bishop, before we delve out of the race for the EPL, you look at Arsenal, they are not. Arsenal is still playing in the Champions League.
Absolutely.
Man City is still playing in the Champions League.
Liverpool are playing the Europa League.
And don't you think European football might just be a distraction for Arsenal? For Manchester City and Liverpool, they have what it takes without mental balance.
Let me draw a table. Liverpool has won the Carabao Cup. They are in the FA Cup. They are in the Europa League. They are in the league. This could yet be a fantastic season
for Liverpool.
Absolutely. Man City are in the FA Cup. They are in the Champions League. They are in the Premier League. Arsenal's got only one distraction, and that's Champions League football. And Champions League football comes at least once every 4 weeks. So, like this weekend where teams will play in the FA Cup, Arsenal will be chilling at home.
Oh, chilling. Absolutely. All right, keep the calls coming. Keep your
more
predictions.
Competitions, more games.
On the number 070-0010-961-961 070-0010-961-961. We can see your likes, we can see your share, we can see your views on our YouTube channel. God bless you. All right, Sport Bishop away from football now for a moment before we come back to talk Bayern Munich, who we are ruthless over the weekend. Talk about the PSG as well. We are not so good.
Without Mbappe,
exactly. And Napoli are still trying to see if they can smuggle their way through the back door into European football. Let's talk boxing now.
Anthony Joshua.
We saw that fight. It
lasted 3 minutes. How many seconds? 22 seconds, right?
In just 2 rounds.
So anybody who paid huge money to watch that game, they have not even sat down on the seat and the game is over.
Sport Bishop, call his name. Say Drake, I've lost money.
So I felt my mind is that if I didn't come early to watch all those other games, there are other bouts before the main bout, and I came to watch only that game, I'll have sat down on my seat for only 3 minutes and I spent over 100 pounds.
Perhaps what you have in your hand, you might not just have chewed it up to 3 times before that fighter was a knockout. Some fans, Cameroonians on the X app, they were saying that look, it was they were just trying to help Nigerians. Come on, 2 brothers are fighting against each other. Nigerians and Cameroon is not looking so good for us. I think we have a message.
Absolutely. He says, good evening, Uncle Fine Boy and Sport Bishop Franklin from Area 1, talking about winning the league. As an Arsenal fan, I give it to Liverpool considering the 10 remaining matches. Liverpool is well drilled and seasoned team. Look at how they played against it yesterday. Man City is never a threat to me, Arsenal. Arsenal have beaten them twice this season, and having our injured players coming back is a plus. Nice show, guys. Thank you very much. Franklin from Area 1, always a pleasure.
That's my namesake.
Wow.
Come on, Franklin, do the work of an evangelist that go out to tell other people about the show. Don't enjoy the show alone. Something big is coming, Bishop.
Absolutely, something big.
For now, we're
leaving it on the rafters. By the time he comes out, we just explode like wildfire. Boom. And I tell you, Abuja will feel it. Absolutely.
Sport Bishop. What next for Francis Ngannou?
He has told us clearly that he's not done with boxing. He's got to fight in mixed martial arts by next 2 months, I think so. Which I think he will win. I think in mixed martial arts he's untouchable. In the heavyweight he's untouchable. But when it comes to boxing, he said he's not done with boxing. No, 2 bouts, 2 losses to two of the biggest names in boxing. I think he wants to prepare. I think right now what Anthony Joshua has taught him, see, boxing is different from mixed martial arts. If you want to participate in boxing, you have to train. I think his defense was really bad on the day. I just hope he doesn't. If he doesn't prepare for the next fight, I hope he could get it. He could get as bad as a brain damage, because if you look at the punches from Anthony Joshua, he was getting them cleanly. He knocked him in two rounds, my brother. He knocked him down 3 times.
3 times he was knocked down in 2 rounds. Francis Ngannou, when next you want to fight,
please go learn how to defend.
Pick your match.
Yeah, pick your match. Please do pick your match.
So Bishop, let's touch on football a bit before we pack our bags and baggages out of the show. Oh, we saw Real Madrid again over the weekend extending their lead at the summit of the La Liga. Following Barcelona's win and Girona win. Real Madrid had to respond, and they respond real well. Luka Modric, one man that has refused to get old.
It's not, come on, it's like new wine. It's just like me. I get better with age.
Man of the match. Oh, you?
Come on now. Okay. Come on. Let me blow my trumpet.
I rest my case. Go ahead.
Modric, what a player, absolutely. See, when you sick, go call the doctor. When Madrid is sick, they go call. Who did they go call? They go call Luka Modric, and he came in. The difference was clear. Absolute bonkers. The guy is a footballer with a footballing brain, and bang, 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 3 late goals. It now looks. I don't think the scoreline tells the whole story, because at some point they were put at the edge by Celta Vigo. But those 3 late goals, bang, bang, bang on the money, 4-0. It now looks like they were better. Otagula as well. I'm happy for the young Turkish international.
Came in as a sub.
Who scored a goal. He's been under pressure and then injuries and a lot of that, but he's got a way to win. So good one for Madrid. Barcelona as well got a victory. Lamine Yamal, like I said, they should be careful with that boy. I'm not talking about the goal right now. It's a worldie. He's a contender for the Pushkas award, if you ask me.
Of course.
But they should be careful. That boy is just 17. When you begin to build it around, go ask Pedri. Pedri is about to leave the club because of injury worries. You know, they play, the next Iniesta. Barcelona want to let him go. Gavi as well. Allow this guy to. Jack Wilshere. So it is what it is for Barcelona. But come on. Madrid are 8 points clear.
Sport Bishop, 36 goals in 34 games for Harry Kane. No strikers in the Europe top 5 comes this close. Who can stop Harry Kane?
Mbappe has 33 in 33. I know this guy is 36 in 33. I know I said something to you some few weeks back and you didn't want to believe me. Kane is able. Where he scores when he wants. He's got the best shooting accuracy in the Europe. And boy, oh boy, playing with Bayern Munich and the quality of players he's got in the team. It's the embarrassing of wealth, the embarrassing of quality. Bayern Munich back to winning way, but still, with the win for Bayer Leverkusen on yesterday, Netantela, the Nigerian international, come on, I have to brag with that powerful header. There's still 10 points I drift Bayern Munich despite that wonderful performance.
Blend the defense of Bayern Munich, who are not keeping to the strikers' efficiency. One lady came in with so much anger on his face.
And then somebody who is, you talk about the bad side of Bayern Munich defense. Someone here has got a powerful defense. She's efficient, she's effective, and she's got what a panache.
So are you trying to say our defense is top notch?
Come on, you can't get past her even if you try.
I do hope that we are talking about the things I think we're talking, because if you are talking about the things that I think you are talking about, so when I turn off this microphone, you would need to defend yourself.
I'll try my best.
Come on, let me defend the beautiful lady.
Wow.
Are you looking at?
It's only cliche, not beautiful.
No, I want to. Come on, allow me. Happy
gentlemen, get over yourselves and
Happy International Women's Day in arrears.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. You could tell me that for the rest of the month. I will appreciate it. You know, a lot of people keep saying...
How many days do you celebrate your birthday?
I celebrate my birthday once. I use International Women's Day to celebrate other women.
Yeah.
I'm always looking for, y'all know me, I'm always looking for a reason to celebrate women.
Yeah.
If I have a chance to do that every single day, I'm going to jump at it. But hey, we've got one day. I still don't understand why we have 10 million Mothering Sundays. I saw that yesterday was Mother's Day, and I sent my mom a message. And I said, Mommy, this thing I'm sending to you now is to cover all the Mother's Day for 2024. We're done. Because I don't know. I'm not trying to downplay the role of motherhood. But then again, there are things that, we shouldn't overplay. Otherwise, it's going to lose its meaning. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for doing the Sports Bit Lounge for us today. It's time for us to jump into the VIP Lifestyle 360. And today, we're going to be having Walk in My Shoes. The situation, Nonso is already excited.
Oh,
the situation is going to bring about a lot of We're going to have a lot of back and forth, believe me. So stay tuned. Keep your phones close. Someone might get home with a box of pizza at the end of the show today.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, if I were you.
Mr. Lawrence, all the way from Asokoro, get ready. You are in for this one. All right, and that's the package of the show, guys.
Chelsea play tonight, so go watch that game.
Oh, they are still playing?
Absolutely.
Okay, Chelsea has a game.
Let's
say too much. No, say too much and you will have to defend
8
yourself.
a.m. bright and early. We will be back on the show, Sport Beat, and also catch us live on the show 4 p.m. on Sport Lounge. From us to you, we are done and we're gone.